something you've never heard and will blow your mind. Once upon a time, I told you stories from Africa. Fun enough to make you laugh. Bright enough to light your day. Super lessons you learn from it, and it makes you go.
Okay, Tara. Today we're going to be talking about earthenwares.
Earthenwares.
Do you know anything about earthenwares?
No.
Such as earthenwares made from clay, earthen pots. For example, earthen spoons, gourds, and so on. Hello, children. Welcome to Grandpa Warren's Story Hut, where my stories give you wings and fly you on an African adventure. Today's story is titled The Pot of Truth. Does that ring a bell? Not yet, I know. So, far, far away in the United Kingdom lived a young girl who wanted to be the world's greatest chef. And her name was Aghogho. Aghogho had taken all sorts of examinations. She was actually attending a culinary school. But there came a time where her parents had to travel back to Africa, Ughelli to be precise, to visit her grandmother. And so Aghogho went on that trip with her. Aghogho's mother, fondly called Yeye, was known to be a creator of earthenwares. She not only created them, she also taught people how to create earthenwares. And so, when Aghogho came into town, she was so proud to see her granddaughter. She showed her off to all the women in the village. She told everyone how Aghogho was doing so well and trying to be the world's greatest chef. And she just went on and on and on, boasting about Aghogho. She showed Aghogho everywhere where she made the earthen pots. And she was so excited. She told Aghogho, "I call my pots the pots of truth." You know why she called them the pots of truth?
No.
She said they were called the pots of truth because whenever you cook in an earthen pot, all the ingredients are never taken out of the food. They remain in the food, they remain in your dish, and so you never lose nutrients. And so she called her earthen pots the pot of truth. She would always say to her granddaughter Aghogho, "This is the best way to cook your dishes, with earthen pots." While they were still in the village, news came that a competition that Aghogho had actually applied for in the United Kingdom had gone through, and that she was expected back to come in for the competition. Sadly, that journey, that visit to Yeye had to be cut short. But while they were hurriedly packing and trying to get back to the United Kingdom, Yeye came to Aghogho and said, "I want to give you special gifts for your competition. When you use these gifts, I tell you, I assure you, you will definitely win the competition." Aghogho was a bit reluctant because she couldn't actually use earthen pots at an international competition. People would look at her funny, But politely, she received the earthen pots and thanked Yeye. And off they went to the United Kingdom. On the day of the competition, Aghogho was hurriedly packing up and, trying to get her things into the car so that her mother could drive her to the venue. Then her mother said, remember what Yeye told you about the earthen pots? You can never go wrong with the earthen pots. But, Aghogho said, Mom, I can't possibly use earthen pots in an international competition. Mommy, I don't want to use the earthen pots. So, no problem. Off they went to the competition. When they got to the venue, guess what had happened?
What?
When Aghogho opened up her locker, where all her ingredients and the pots and all the dishes that she was going to use for the competition, where she had stored everything, she found that all her dishes and kitchenwares were gone. Obviously, some of her opponents had planned against her, knowing that she was very good at what she did and that she might win the competition. They had taken her kitchenwares, but it was almost time for the competition to begin. Aghogho began to cry. She rushed out to where her mother was waiting for her to watch the competition, and she was hysterical. Her mother, what happened? Aghogho, what is the problem? She said, I can't find my kitchenwares. My kitchenwares are all gone. Oh my goodness, I'm going to lose the competition. And she went hysterical. Then her mother said, don't worry, you will not lose the competition. And then she took her to the car. When she opened the boot of the car, guess what she saw?
Was it the earthenware pots?
Correct. She saw Yeye's gifts of earthen pots, earthenwares, and everything, all arranged in a little box that had been packed for her. And quickly, of course, she had no choice but to use the earthen pots. Ra rushed into the venue and she began to put the things together. And guess what? The other opponents were looking at her and they began to laugh. Oh my goodness! She brought earthen pots. Oh, she's really going to win this competition. At first, Aghogho felt very discouraged. She felt very embarrassed. But she remembered the words of her mom. Every time she was getting ready for a competition, her mother would say, pay no attention to anyone. Just focus on what you want to do. And that was exactly what she did. By the time the judges were ready to begin to take a taste.
Wait, what was the prize?
She was going to get a scholarship to the world's famous culinary school. And this was the key to her dreams.
Only her?
Whoever the winner was going to be. We don't know yet if Aghogho won, remember? Now it was time. It was tasting time. Time to judge the meals and everything that had been cooked. All of that was laid out in front of the judges. Aghogho had served hers in earthenwares. And then they started to taste. And they began to taste. From one dish to the other, and then they got to Aghogho's dish. The looks on the judges' faces just gave the entire thing away. They looked so impressed. They were so mesmerized by what they had just finished tasting. And they said all the nutrients and the natural taste of the dish had remained in the pot. Indeed, that was the pot of truth. By the time the hour came to announce the winner of the competition, Sarah, can you guess who the winner was?
Was it Aghogho?
It was Aghogho. Aghogho won the competition and she got her scholarship to the world's famous culinary school. And that was the ticket to her dreams to be the world's greatest chef. And guess what? She was known worldwide to be that chef that was famously known to use earthen pots after that day. The end. Now, children, did you learn anything from that story at all? I bet you did. But don't worry, there will be one more story for another day. Until we'll come your way again on the Grandma Wura Story Hut, this is Grandma Wura and Tara saying bye-bye. Now, Tara, tell me, did you learn anything from that story at all?
Yes. Ignore other people. They may still be laughing at you, and maybe they could run out of time and they may have not done anything, and you may be the only one who did something.
Fantastic. So we must always remember to stay focused, isn't it?
Yes.
Yes! Give it to me. That's it.
Today on Grandma Wura's Story Hut, we learned that it is important to stay focused on our goals and never allow situations make us give up on our dreams. We also learned that we must always be proud of what we have, our heritage, and the things that make us stand out. Like Yeye, we must believe in the work of our hands and their ability to do well anywhere. Discuss more of the other lessons you learned today with your parents or guardians. You can reach me at Grandma Wura on Facebook and Instagram with the supervision of an adult. Also visit www.proudafricanroots.com to get your own copy of the Grandma Wura Story Hut ebook.
Tell you something you've never heard that will blow your mind. Once upon a time, I told you stories from Africa. Fun enough to make you laugh. Bright enough to light your day. Super lessons you learn from it, and it makes you go.